Oh, we're on the next day of the challenge. Today is Notion November day 3. If you haven't seen what we're doing so far, I'm Doc and I am a content creator. I just finished 365 days of doing a video every day in a row. And I always like to say, when you finish the challenge, don't take a break. Just keep going. If you ain't stressed, you ain't bothered, keep going. So what I'm doing this month is I am teaching myself more about Notion. I've been dabbling around with Notion for probably going on like 3-4 years, and I'm at like 10%. There's no way I should be this bad at Notion for as long as I've been playing. So I'm challenging myself for this 30 days to dive in and teach myself as much about this as possible. I'm one of those dummies that like to teach myself in public because A, it's accountability. B, it lets other people see that all of us start from scratch. And then one day we look like we dope and we know what we're doing, but we all start from like right here. No, Drake, we did start from the bottom. Now we're here. Now we're here on day 3. So we're going to dive in. And if you're a content creator, and especially if you're new to this content creation game, I suggest you do things like this. Take any app, piece of hardware, something you're messing around with. If it's your Osmo Pocket 3, grab that sucker, start day 1, and every single day add a little bit more until you can call yourself a relatively proficient Pocket 3er at the end of 30 days. This is what these kind of challenges are for. You don't got to wait for one of us creators to build a challenge. Do it yourself. Challenge yourself. All right, enough speeching. Let's dive in. So we're going to go over here. This is the beginning page of Notion. There's a little home dashboard. And I like some of the stuff that they're adding in here now. Like they're putting the trainings right here in the bottom. So you can go in and you want to learn about something. You can do like customize your style and your content. They got some project templates. But we're just going to go ahead and make a brand new page because, we're playgrounding it. So I like how you can click here and click on a new page. So what I'm looking to build is kind of like a daily notes page. So I'm going to cheat because I do have a business plan. I do have AI. I'm going to have AI build it, and then we're going to try underneath it to build it again for those of you who don't have AI. But since 3.0, Notion has added a couple of cool things. So if you haven't looked at Notion in a while, this is worth going back and check it out. So even without the AI plan, I could come down here in the bottom and there's a couple things. Do you want to create AI meeting notes? Do you want to create a database? Do you want to create a form? Do you want to check out the templates? And there's some other things here on the side, tables, galleries, so forth, so on, etc. So what I'm going to do first is before I have the AI build something is I'm going to press on database or database. How do you want to call it? I say database. And it's going to give you some suggestions. Do you need to build a creative project, database? Do you need to build a content calendar? That's kind of cool for us. What about a task tracker or a project tracker? Some sort of document hub. That kind of works for what we're working with. For what I want to build today, that kind of sort of works. How about a brainstorm session, some meeting notes, some goal trackers, and then of course, they have more templates in here. So what I'm going to look for is I kind of want to build a notes database, but just like regular notes database. All right, I'm going to just do document tracker. Let's go back to that one. Let's pick a document hub. And it's going to say created time, category, last edited by, upload time. I don't need reviewers because it's just going to be me. So let's go ahead and say continue. And then you can have whether you want the all docs, my docs, or custom category. I could take out my docs because it's just me. Again, I don't have anybody messing around with this with me. And then I could go ahead and press done. And so it's already dropped in some kind of available documents to us. Let me move my big blockhead out of the way. So it's already in here. It's kind of cool. You can see that it works. You can come down in the bottom and then there's an area here to delete the sample pages. You can do a quick tour. So let's see what the tour does. It says add a new doc. To create an item in the current view, click new. So you click new and there it says there's a new doc. So you would put in the title, right? So let's just call this, what was I looking at today? I was looking at NDI to HDMI converter. That's what I was looking for today. And let's check on the categories, and you can pick in some categories if you don't see anything. This particular category is just based on created by. So if I click on this empty thing and let's just say customer research, I will adjust that. That's not what I need right now, but we'll deal with that in a second. Created by me, there's only me. That if I had any comments, doing client research today to find out about an NDI to HDMI converter that a person could use to take a signal from an HDMI NDI device and put it as an HDMI device into a switcher like the ATEM Mini, the Rodecaster Video, or Ecamm. All right, so there's my little comment. And then I could go in here and start adding these things in. So I'm not going to go fill the rest of that out because it'll bore the hell out of you. But just know that there's a document here. And then once we're done with that, we can close that. And here's my new document. Here's my customer research created by me, created time, last edited by. We're good to go, right? And so once we got this figured out, I can say delete the sample pages. We can 86 them. And then now what this is for is like, say you're searching the web, you're doing some research, and everywhere you get a little clip, right? So I could come back into this page by opening it up, scroll down to the bottom, and right above this, I'm going to do the option click to get that space above. And then I'm going to get a link from ZoeBox in my browser real quick, because that is the device that I looked at today. And I want to make sure that I come back to that at a later date and finish this research up. But, you know, this is the type of things that you can do. So let me just copy this link real quick. I'm sorry that I'm doing it off screen, but it's just faster this way. So I'm going to come back to Notion, and then I'm going to paste it in, and you'll see what I mean, right? So if I paste this link in, and I want to put this in as an embed, so it'll probably give me a little page card and let it think it through. But there we go. So what a killer way to do research. And again, I just want to point out, yo, literally before August, I would have had to build this database by hand. So for those of you guys who are like, again, relatively new, you haven't been playing around with this stuff, or even not sure how these databases work, fam, hit the new page button, hit the database button, and just try one of the things that they got. See what's popping. And then after, make changes to make it fit the way your brain works. Now, I can probably ease this up a little piece, because I don't know if I necessarily need the created by and last updated by, because it's only me, but I don't mind. So what I am going to do, Usher, is I'm going to get rid of this particular joint because I don't need it, right? Bingo. And we'll just leave it like that. All I need is this and this, and even the created by, I'm not going to delete it. I'm just going to put it over here. And I'm going to leave it there just in case at some point in time, just one of these days, I hire somebody. So thinking ahead, I'll leave the created by there. But then I'll look at my categories, and right now I only have customer research, but I could always go in and adjust these categories too. Like I could click upon this and I could add new categories if I wish. I think I have to go back to this all docs version. And so if I created a new doc here, and we're just going to call this, I hit the tab button. This is a rock doc. All right. And then we're going to come here and let's go add a new category. Let's say read later. All right, cool. Bingo. That's it. See, I just added a new category. And then I don't like that. I'm going to set it to purple because you know how your boy get down. All right. So now that's cool. Now, a couple other things that you could do with this is you could take, now that we have this document hub kind of working, I'm going to change the name of this real quick, Docs Document Hub. And then I got this guy popping. So let's click on customize real quick. I'm just curious of what they want us to customize. You can come in and adjust the table lookup. You can do the property visibility in case there's other properties that you want to turn on and off. You could hide the document name if you wanted to. You'd have to make another table to be the default field, but most of this looks fine. I don't know if I don't want to do much with the editing here. That's cool. We'll leave it there. I just was wondering what they would show us under that button. So now let's do one more thing. I like to add colors. It's just me. I think it keeps things looking a little bit professional. So let's say files. I just want mad crazy files. Let's do this one. It looks stupid. So we're going to do that. I'm going to hit the reposition and see when there you go. That's close enough. There you go. Just something simple to make it look a little professional. I will click on this icon and then I will put file and I will make it per Burple because you know what it is. You know what it is. But yeah, that's a really cool thing. So now let's go ahead and hit the new page one more time. And I'm going to just let AI take a swing at this. I want to see, what do I want? I don't even know what I want to say. Of course, the better you say this, the better it will be. But let me click on my little pumpkin guy over here. And let's see what I want to build. Sorry for the cough. I want a daily notes scratch pad. Something in the lines of a Zettelkasten or a Zuihatsu / commonplace book where throughout the day, as I'm surfing the web, sending items in from Notion Web Clipper, copying and pasting the links in my daily trails, but I just want my notes for the day to end up in this single page. I will link in meeting notes so I can remember what days the meeting happened. I will link in other random things, but think of it like a Notion version of a Scratch notebook where you're just keeping track of all the things you learned that day. When I add an item, what's very important is that I have a place to add my own personal notes. So rather than just copying in an article from, say, Newsweek magazine, I want a field where I can add my notes as to why this was impactful to me or why I need to pay attention to it. I also need to tag these as entertainment, education. And then I want to tag them as clippings, something that I snatched from the web, and notes is things that I generated out of my own brain. Again, fam, I like to talk to these suckers. That's not how you spell Zuihatsu, but it's close enough. Yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll see how smart it is. I think it knows what a Zuihatsu is. Anyway, that's not how you spell Zettelkasten either. Are you smart enough to figure this out? Do I gotta fix you? It's not gonna let me edit this. Let me see. How do you spell Zettelkasten? I think the Kassen part is right, but it's Zettle. I think that's the right way. Let me double check this. Do you have a dictionary in here? Nope. It seems to have added it, but I think that's right. That's close enough. It's AI. It should know what the heck I'm talking about. Let's just let it rip. Let's see what happens. This is funny. I'm overthinking it. You know, AI is smart enough to know what the heck I'm talking about. And if it doesn't, it's Notion, bro. I could just delete it and start again. The other thing I could do is take this prompt so you don't have Notion AI. You could take this prompt and take it to ChatGPT or Claude, which you can connect to Notion, and you could tell it to build it for you. I don't believe ChatGPT will actually make the page, but it will give you the instructions and you just follow them. Claude, I believe, can actually generate the page. But you know how this happens? It changes every week or so. So just if you don't have Notion AI, don't be afraid to try. And also, while we're doing this, Notion 30 days trip, go sign up for Notion AI because you do get a 14-day trial. And then you can just ask me all the crazy stuff and get it squeezed in while we're doing this together rather than try to do the trial on your own when you don't have a group of people that's rocking solid with you as well. So just get in there and mess around. But look, this is what's really sexy about the AI. It's thinking, it's giving you instructions on how to use the scratch pad. Let's see, use the table to capture everything you learn, paste links from the web clipper or anywhere into the source field, use categories to mark them as entertainment or education. I'll adjust that later. Use type to mark whether it's a clipping or a note, add your personal notes to explain why this matter to you. And you can add link meeting notes pages or link notes into the context field. Like, it got what I said. As crazy as my brain made it sound, this guy figured the sauce out. I want to use fruity language in this thing. While this is working, I will click on the 3 dots at the top here and switch it to full width because, you know, we're here and no small text is too small because Miles is going to complain that he can't see it on his 40-inch TV. So let's see. All right, let me move this out the way and read what it came out with. It says, gave me the instructions again. Do you want me to tweak anything like adding dedicated meeting relations or quick add to default autofills today's date? Yes, let's do that. Yes, add autofills for today's date. And then I will probably put the meeting notes on its own separate page. So I just need a place to link them over here. And again, dude, this is glorious. This is kind of like doing that thing. I really, really like this. We need one more section I thought of, which I could build it myself, but I'm going to just let AI do the nasty on this sucker. And then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll make it prettier, okay? So I love the fact that while it's thinking, it's telling itself what it's doing. And one other thing that I've done in Notion AI before, which is a little bit fun to play with, is go in and say, teach me how to Dougie, like show me how you did this. So it's giving me something. I don't have the tools to create automations or buttons for the template directly, but here's how you do it. That's what I'm talking about. One thing that's cool about Notion AI is if you need something that's not there, you can ask it to teach you how to Dougie, and it will give you the instructions step by step on how to do that. We'll deal with that at a later date. I don't want to make this video too long, but just look at it, fam. It's just all there. It's just all there. It's really cool. You can sort it by today. You can hit it with the calendar, by category, by the type. Like, I love this. And again, get the AI trial and have it make things that you want to make and then take them apart so you can remake them when you no longer have the trial. So there you go. That is our play for today. Again, I don't want to go too long because then your brain's going to be overloaded. And while we're doing this, if you haven't already burned your time in the Notion AI trial, go start one. But make sure you give yourself a note on the 13th day to cancel it if you're not ready to pay that $20 a month. But you know what? It's kind of worth playing with it until you get it figured out. If it costs you $40 to play with this for 2 months while you get yourself up to speed, I think it's a good look. So far, I've been having fun playing with the AI. Alicia, I know you're probably catching these. Let me know in your comments what you're thinking about how you're feeling with AI so far. I'm curious to how you're getting along. And big ups to everybody who's been stepping up and coming into the document. Let me pull it up real fast and just see where everybody has been playing. Did I miss? Ooh, I completely missed. One more second. I am sorry. Sorry he is clubbed fingered today, but I see that Big Rich popped in. I see that Alicia popped in. K-Walk popped in. She says she's here for it. Just started a content calendar. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Let me scroll down to the bottom real quick. I was trying to do a daily scratch with here and I was building it myself, which I thought was cool because I added an AI field to automatically tell me what my mood is for the day based off of the things that I were clipping. But I'll let you guys play with that to see if you can get in there and do some stuff. But let me just show you, if I were to click a plus sign down here and then I wanted to add a database and I can hit that and it give me some things. So let me hit content calendar, K-Walk, and we got publish date, platform, content type, owner. I don't need that. Post URL and accounts. So let's do that and say get started and then add by platform and say done. And look, it just built a content calendar just like that. I mean, these built-in templates are sexy, fam. Like you can just get in here and start playing. You can get in here and start playing. So I'll leave that on the wiki for you guys to play with. Feel free to touch and break whatevs. And don't worry, we can always fix it or delete it. So go have some fun. And you know what I say? I don't know who needed to hear this review. Let me know in the comment section below. If you're down to play into the Notion November situation, check out this link right here. Or alternatively, you can leave a comment with hashtag Notion November on basically any one of my videos, and it will send you the link. If for some reason that link doesn't allow you to edit the page, send me a DM on IG. I'm at DocRock on IG, and I will manually add you to the page. And once you send me that message, I'll have to get your Notion email address so I can add you to the page. But we're just out here having fun, and that's day 3 in the can. We'll see you tomorrow to see what else kind of crazy stuff we could build. If you have any ideas of something you want to build, drop that down in the comment section below. If you like the video, press the like button, press the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. And right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch. And I agree with them.
Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.